Hi, what's up, y'all? It's Poppin'. It's Steve. About to react to this vid by Jamari. It's titled, Steph Curry's wife continues to embarrass him. What do you mean continue? When has she ever embarrassed him? I don't recall anything that she's done or said that's been like super embarrassing and that's gone viral. But maybe she's starting to be on her Jada-ish. Who knows? Let's find out what's happening. Let's watch.
So I'm here today, guys, with a very important message. Leave Steph Curry alone. The man is already a living legend. He's arguably top 10 basketball players of all time.
Period.
Despite the fact that he has no clutch gene when it actually matters. But on a serious note, Steph Curry is someone who came in and absolutely changed the way that the game is being played. He's the reason that you have little 8-year-old kids chucking up 40-foot jump shots and they're actually going in. And overall, while he's been a superstar in the NBA, he's always held himself with a very high level of pride, both on and off the court, never being involved in a single scandal, and basically just always being a good guy. Now in this life, one of those things that you can't choose is your family, and his parents of all people were actually the very first to embarrass him. They had this very long relationship, they birthed 2 NBA players. I feel like everyone had a pretty good image of them. That is until they got this nasty divorce, and the ex-wife ends up dating his best friend of like 40 years, someone who they both knew extensively for a very long time. And they kind of came out with all of that to the public while Curry was making his last NBA championship run. And when it comes to the embarrassments of Steph Curry, it really doesn't stop there. I feel like when Steph first started going off and winning NBA championships, everyone was loving both him and his family. He was bringing the baby to the press conference. His wife had her cooking show. She was obviously a very passionate fan, calling the NBA Finals rigged on Twitter. All because her husband couldn't hit a clutch shot. Steph, why are you passing the ball behind your back? But now at this point, she has embarrassed this man a couple of times, and I'm going to kind of show you what I'm talking about today. So despite this clip being over a year old, it actually recently went viral, where Ayesha Curry went on The View or The Real, one of these daytime shows for women, and people are now calling this clip controversial.
Ayesha, I think it's time for a drink. What do you say?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, we need to drink. Marcel!
So they bring out the drink man, Marcel, shirtless, muscled up black man. Okay, they probably rub some oil on his body as well. And this is where the controversy ensues. So that right there is why this clip is going viral. Okay, first off, you have the shot.
So, I guess that can be taken as she's about to take her ring off, or that could be taken as, oh, let me tighten my ring because I'm a taken woman, because that's definitely the persona that she puts out there. Like, I'm a kept woman and I should cover up for my man. So, honestly, if I had to guess, knowing what she's said in the past, it sounds like she was just tightening her ring. Like, I'm taken. That's what I would take that as, based on how she's moved in the past.
Crowd, these women are getting juiced up, and then you got Ayesha. And she's saying, oh, I'm taking off the ring for the night. I see this muscled up man. I'm not married. It's kind of the insinuation of what is going on.
If you look at it, it looks like she was like going like this, not like this. She was like going in this direction. Am I tripping? Look.
Okay, first off, you have the shot of the crowd. These women are getting juiced up. And then you got Ayesha.
She's literally pushing down. She's not going this way. She's pushing downward.
And she's saying, oh, I'm taking off the ring for the night. I see this muscled up.
And I don't even like her. Okay, that's a stretch. I don't give a fuck about her. But based on the things she's done in the past, I've rolled my eyes like, girl, shut up. Nobody cares. Because she's always been, or she's talked about in the past how, oh, you should carry yourself a certain way and you shouldn't wear revealing clothes. Something like that. Something of that nature. Okay, I'm definitely, that's not verbatim what she said, but it was something in that arena. So I would bet money that she was trying to keep the ring on.
I'm not married. It's kind of the insinuation of what is going on.
I could be
They're not
wrong,
all
but
over
that's
Marcel, let's be real.
that's how it appeared. See, and now she's like, I'm not looking. Yes, that's what it is.
So obviously she's messing around. She's trying to have a good time on this woman's talk show. She's trying to be funny. But a lot of people did find that move to be disrespectful. I mean, I do have to say, imagine Steph went on the...
If we use common sense, guys, I mean, obviously I could be wrong, but I'm using my common sense. And given that she's literally pushing downwards as to tighten it, and when he came by, she covered her face. And based on the comments that she's made in the past, I can just use all of those together and come to the conclusion that she's trying to say, hey, I'm taking, stay away from me, naked man.
Like All the Smoke podcast, for example.
But
and they were like, oh, it's, time to bring out the drinks. It's time to bring out the cigars. Natasha, bring them out. And then some, stripper-looking girl comes out, big double D knockers. Steph's going like this with the ring. He's pretending to motorboat her or some shit. I just feel like the optics of that would not end very well for that man. And I do feel like this type of behavior is embarrassing for him. And the other thing I wanted to say is I feel like that last clip got way blown out of proportion because of these comments that Ayesha had made a couple years back after she went on the Red Table Talk of all places with Satan herself. I'm telling you guys, do not go around this woman, okay? She's like the Madame Zeroni.
Is that John Travolta? He bald-headed now?
I'll summon you 10 years of bad luck. For you, Steph Curry, 12 years of cuckery.
Something that really bothers me and honestly has given me a sense of a little bit of an insecurity is the fact that there are all these women throwing themselves, but me the past 10 years I don't have any of that. I have zero, this sounds weird, but male attention. And so then I begin to internalize it and I'm like, is something wrong with me?
You're not looking.
Girl, you're not the celebrity. Nobody cares about you.
And you notice how they even tried to save her? Everyone at the table's kind of thinking where is this going? And they're like, oh, that's where it's going. Let us try and save you. You don't want that male attention, do you? And she's like, maybe. Did you see Marcel? Because when these comments were made, the internet was going absolutely bonkers. And people were basically saying, you're with this guy, okay, he's an NBA legend, tall, handsome guy, he's rich, he's giving you a family, he's probably pretty much giving you everything you could ever want. And you're still out here sad because there's not males giving you attention on a daily basis. I'm pretty sure after this, she even posed nude in some sort of magazine. And I really think that ever since this moment, people have definitely just looked at her different.
Because I've dealt with that for years too, and I was young, like you. Yeah, that's not
because I don't want it, but it'd be nice to know that someone's looking.
But when your radar turned down,
That's valid
Don't
though.
ever think for 1 minute that it ain't some men out there looking at you like I wish. Honestly. And I'm gonna tell you who knows that more than anybody.
Oh my god, Jay is just so insufferable. I mean, seriously, you want to feel good about yourself, go walk down the street in some tight clothing, go walk by some construction sites, and I promise you, at some point, you will get some male attention. And so while I do think people are kind of blowing that last clip out of proportion, I do kind of get why people have that reaction when she said things like this in the past. And so it just does kind of go to show that once you've made some sort of quote and embarrassed your partner or embarrassed yourself or, had some sort of controversy, you really do have to watch the way you're going to move going forward because it can always come back around and rear its ugly head. I don't know if it's some sort of light-skinned curse that you're just going to be, one of the best of all time on the field like Patrick Mahomes and Steph Curry. But then off the field, you're not going to even be involved in controversy. But it's actually going to be your family who's constantly fucking your shit up. Either way, I want to know what you guys think of.
Oh my God, stop it. That clip where she was on Red Table Talk, I wouldn't even try to associate that with the real clip because that's normal to want to be wanted. Obviously, it makes no fucking sense because it's duh, people aren't desiring you as much as they're desiring your husband because he's the fucking athlete. He's the star. Duh. So that comparison was weird, but just her saying that, it would be nice to feel wanted. I feel like that's valid. I mean, everybody wants to feel wanted. I don't understand what's the issue with her saying that. And definitely I wouldn't associate it with that clip from The Real because this woman literally was pushing downwards. If you're pretending to take off your ring, you're going to go in this direction. She literally was going in this. Nobody sees that. People just want to talk shit. That's literally it. And I don't even like her because she's done and said some annoying things. But this is ridiculous. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think though. Let me know what other videos you're gonna watch, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.